staff at the ministry, they are quite wounded. So we will be coming to you so that at least you can also allocate some budget for us to be able to start recruiting members to that, so that, extension officers to be able to beef up our education and training capacities to the farmers. Mr. Speaker, Emase talked about what we intend to do to ensure that fertilizer and seeds are taken closer to the people. Let me also commit that Kenya Seed Company, NDC, whose farms are used for multiplication of seeds, we are going to discuss so that they can be able to produce more and whatever support is required. Fertilizer and getting closer to the people, Mr. Speaker, we'll have either to get it done. You know, we have national cereals and produce boards, but they are not all over. This is one of the areas where we can be able to keep our fertilizer. But I think it's not because of the system that we want to use to avoid abuse and the cartels. Probably we will have to go to sit in and discuss with the agrovets on how we can be able to manage those stocks so that they can also be our owning area, our owning stores for the farmers that we want is to support this kind of a program. But Mase, you know, if we are to continue putting up more national cereals and produce bonds for purposes of getting very close to the location or to either the sub-location level requires huge resources. So we'll have to see how to balance our priorities, because it is important that is done, or how we can partner with the county governments to ensure once fertilizer or seeds are delivered to the nearest depot of National Cereals and Produce Board, then they're able to support in the transfer or in the delivery chain, so that farmers can be able to get their fertilizer at the nearest points possible. Any other question?
Pyrethrum and fish.
Mr. Speaker, I think fish is another serious economic activity in this country. And Junet, I won't tell you, Meru is producing more fish than Kisumu or your area now. We are in it. We are doing a lot of fish, and fish is transforming people. I will be talking fish farming. I will be talking to my counterpart, Muvuria, who is now in charge of the blue economy docket, where that one is, and see how to support farmers. One is the production of fingerlings, so that as we encourage our farmers to keep fish ponds, then we also have the right species that can be able to do best in trying to support our food chain, because fish is food just like any other. And the other pyrethrum, you spoke about pyrethrum, but Gekaria spoke about pyrethrum. I think there are areas in this country where pyrethrum grows, and pyrethrum, I think, is raw material of pesticides that we require for, we buy a lot of pesticide to preserve our seeds and our food. And I think time has come when we really have to sit down and see how to empower farmers, take back them to their farmers to do pyrethrum, because is a plant, is a crop that is so beneficial to our economy. I am inviting you, Mheshimiwa Gekaria, to share more thoughts and ideas on how this can be done, because just like I said before, that we are going to map out the country to have crops and data on where we have crops growing best in whatever county, so that in terms of disseminating information, then it's part of the thing that we need to be telling our farmers, so that they don't do a try and error thing. And I'm sure this is available. It is possible.
Thank you, Honorable Inturi. I'll give you 3 minutes to make your closing wish.
Mr. Speaker, I want to thank this committee for giving me an hearing, and I
have given you 2.5 hours. All your colleagues have been having 90 minutes.
I think I thank you, Speaker, for that magnanimity, and probably say it's because of the docket that I serve, because it's so critical to the country. I want to ask you and persuade you that in your wisdom, Mr. Speaker, that this country requires all of us. The arms of government must work together, must work in tandem, and I am willing and ready to submit to the authority of this House in making sure that the legislation that we propose, the ideas that you come with, will go a long way in improving food productivity, in making Kenya food secure. If I find favor in your wisdom and approve me as the nominee